Hey, what up, y'all? Today's video is going to be how to throw concerts as an independent artist, as a promoter, anything like that. Anybody who wants to throw a concert, this video is for you. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Leave a like and subscribe. All right, so a lot of people who make music or want to get into the music industry want to throw concerts, but they don't know where to start. Number one, the first thing is going to be having a DJ or knowing how to DJ and having DJ equipment. So for most concerts, you're gonna need artists. I'll tell you how to acquire the artists in a second, but all that is pointless without the DJ. The DJ is gonna be the heart of any show you throw. So you need to find a DJ in your local area. If you don't know how to meet DJs, go to the nightclubs, the bars, wherever you're at. And if you don't have any nightclub, nightlife, anything like that, but you do have a couple bars, but nobody really DJs, you need to learn how to DJ yourself or look on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. There's DJs all over the world. Everybody wants to be a DJ. So step one is going to be finding a DJ. And then once you find that DJ, you need to make sure that they have the correct equipment, which is mainly just microphones and a sound bar. I don't know how to DJ. I don't know everything that a DJ needs, but I do know how to find DJs and work with DJs. So, step one, find a DJ. Step number two is gonna be finding a venue. Venues can range from, somebody's backyard to a nightclub or a bar or a really nice house. It doesn't matter where the venue is, you just need to find one. I mainly do shows at nightclubs and bars in the San Diego area, and when I move to Japan next year, I'll figure out how to throw them in Japan. But pretty much all you need to do is find a venue. Now, a lot of people think that venues cost money, and I will be the first to tell you most venues do not cost money. Let me explain. A lot of bars and nightclubs are just rooms with alcohol in them until the promoter or somebody lets everybody know, hey, this is where the party is. Your job as the person throwing the concert or being the promoter is literally to get people in there who are gonna buy alcohol. So these venues need you to make them money. Understanding what the venues need is essential, right? These venues are going to like you as long as you can get them bar sales. So there's a lot of ways you can slice the pie whenever you're trying to get the venue. You mainly just need to approach the venue and say, hey, I have this DJ, these artists, or just this DJ. You don't need anybody else other than the DJ for a concert. You say, hey, I have this person, I want to throw a show here. We'll sell tickets, you keep bar sales, or we'll sell tickets, and then if we meet a certain amount of bar sales, which would be like, say the bar makes $3,000, right? You maybe get 10% of that. You can negotiate the deal however you want it. A lot of the times, because I'm not a super duper huge artist or promoter yet, I kind of just keep my ticket sales and I let the bar keep its sales, and they just let me charge a cover fee at the door. So number three, once you have the venue and the DJ locked in, I'm going to tell you how to sell tickets. So it's very, very, very simple. I strongly recommend making a promotion page, a business page. My business page is at Westside Queens on Instagram. That's where I promote all of my events. So with that being said, you can also just use your personal account, depending on however you want to do it. As an artist, I like to keep things separate so I can have my artist brand and my Westside Queens brand, but they're associated, but they're not the same, because Westside Queens is going to post a lot more flyers, a lot more artists, whereas DEEPSIDE is mainly just going to post music and content around me. So with that being said, making the tickets is very, very simple. So one, you'll need a flyer. The flyer is always going to be number one when it comes to selling tickets. Where you can sell the tickets, it's kind of up to you. You could sell the tickets on Eventbrite. You could sell the tickets on Ticketeary. I like to use Ticketeary because it shows my yearly sales, but Eventbrite is also really great. What I like about Eventbrite is that it will promote your event on its homepage if you sell a certain amount of tickets. But Ticketeary does that too. It's just a little bit less visible. But I like Ticketeary because it'll show my sales for the years, so I can show that to venues and be like, hey, this is all my sales for this thing. But Eventbrite is also really good. Those two are the only places I really recommend selling the tickets. You could sell a ticket price, you know, $20. I recommend when you set your price just $20. And if you need to go higher or lower, depending on where you are, you could do that. You could do $10 tickets if you feel like this is like a show in like an area where you get more people to come if you sell lower. But making a ticket link and having the flyer is going to be a big thing. And then what you're going to want to do is you post that flyer, and then you're going to want to tag everybody involved with the show as a collaborator. So mainly the DJ, the venue, the artist, like the biggest artist, maybe yourself, like your homepage, and maybe like a local promo page if you know them, right? You're gonna want to tag them on Instagram so that everybody sees your flyer. Right. The next step is not the most complicated, but this is what's really gonna make or break your ticket sales. So if you're not just doing a DJ concert where, you know, you have a DJ there playing music and everybody's drinking and it's just a party, and you're actually throwing a real concert or festival at a venue, you're gonna need artists to come perform. I myself am an artist, so I can always put myself on the flyer, so it'd be DEEPSIDE, right? But I will still load up the event with other artists so that we can all cross-pollinate our fan bases and we can merge our audiences in real life, right? So the type of artist that you're looking for really doesn't matter. A lot of people like to overthink the artist. Oh, is the artist really good? Like, does the artist sound really professional? I'll tell you right now, none of that shit actually matters. You need artists in your local area who will bring out their friends and their family. So what I'm talking about is not an artist who's super famous, because if you try to get a super famous artist, most of the time they're going to charge you to have them come and perform. And you're going to need about $500 to pay your DJ, pay your staff, and also cover like any last minute expenses if you have to buy something, this and that, right? Most shows cost about $500 to throw. They can cost less or more depending on whatever deals that you have, but I would say just have $500 ready to go, right? So when you find your artists, you don't need to really pay the artists unless they can sell a certain amount of tickets. Most of the time, what I like to do, depending on whatever city I'm in, so let's use San Diego for example, because this is mainly where I built my business. I would go to Instagram, look at San Diego rappers hashtag, and I would just send DMs to all the rappers that I could find. So any rapper I thought was dope, or I saw that they had like a little bit of a following, I'd hit up and I'd be like, hey, I love your music. Are you based in San Diego? Boom. Next thing I do, once they reply, is yes, I am. Awesome, man. I'm throwing this event here at this place, in this location, on this day, at this time. Would you be interested in performing? So you can really give the artist as much time as you need, but finding the artists, you just need artists that can sell tickets. That's how you're gonna make your money. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care if the artist is good or the artist is bad. All you need is somebody who will bring out their friends and their family. And that is how you get paid, throwing concerts. And I do want to say there's a lot of benefit to having other artists come perform at your concerts, because they're mainly going to bring out most of the crowd, right? Especially if you don't have like a really famous headliner, all their friends and their family buying tickets, that's how you're mainly going to get paid. And that's how you're going to pay your staff. And I always believe in paying your staff, paying your DJ, paying your doorman, everything on time. Now, let's talk about some things that you can do to improve the show, improve the experience, keep guests in there longer. One, I would say definitely have a photographer or be a photographer yourself. Get high quality photos of your events, because that's gonna build your reputation. You're gonna have some photos that are gonna be able to share, and that's gonna just keep boosting your next event. Whatever you got going on, you're gonna show, hey, I can bring out a party, I can bring out hella people, and I promise you that's gonna really sell your events. And also it's gonna offer a lot of value to the artists, because mind you, most of these artists are local, and most of them don't have the budget to really go into big, you know, corporate hire a photographer for $300. No way. You know, they come to your show, they perform at your show, they get some photos of them performing. You're gonna see those photos get used for like an entire year by an artist. It's gonna be on their project, everything like that, and you can just build up everything like that. Next thing I would say is get vendors. Vendors is a whole another video I could talk about, but it's also very, very simple. You just charge them straight up, this is the price for a table at my event to come vend. I usually charge $150 just for the size of my events. You could go higher or lower, but it's like, hey, this is $100. You can have a table at my event, sell whatever you want to sell, and then they make money, you make money, and the customer is happier because they're able to walk out with merch from your event. The artist can buy it. The vendor can use the artist as free promo for their brand. So having vendors is a huge plus. Even if you don't charge the vendor fee, you know, you could maybe get a percentage. Like, say, I'm kind of in the process of building it to where I have my own vendors. So I started my own apparel company so that I can start selling my own shirts at my own shows, which are tied to my company. So instead of charging a vendor $150, whereas like I could sell shirts for $40 and, you know, make a lot more money than I would if I just charged somebody $150, you know. But you can offer your own things. Another thing I would say is get like some big signs that say, hey, like, this is our company page, follow us on Instagram so you know our next events. And that will help you build out like a list of like people who are proven to come out and party, right? Not everybody in your city is going to want to come to a nightclub and perform. The people that come and hang out and actually buy drinks and chill, those are the people that you're going to want to get in contact with, because you can resell them tickets if they have a good time. That's why it's important to have the vendors. That's why it's important to have the photographers, everything like that. A lot of those people will tap in with you, and that's how you're actually going to build a strong community. I'm sure there's a lot more to cover, but the last thing I'm going to cover is the host. So you can be the host, you can be the doorman, you can be the photographer, you can be all those things. But the reason why I said it costs about $500 to do this is because as a promoter, you kind of want to be available to work the room and network, right? You don't want to be stuck in one place. So what I like to do is also just hire a host. It's the same cost as the doorman, you know. With, say the event is like 5 hours, right? I have a guy standing at the door for 5 hours. You know, if he needs to take a break, go take a piss or something, I'll step in, make sure I check the tickets for $20 there. I recommend for taking payment, and I forgot to talk about this, is Cash App, Venmo, laminated on a piece of paper, or just a piece of paper with your Cash App and your Venmo. Keep that there so people can scan it. And then once you start making money, so by your second event, you should buy a Square chip reader so that people can just swipe their cards, their Visas, Amex, Chase Bank, everything like that, so you can take payment. And also go down to like Office Depot, Hobby Lobby, and buy one of those little boxes for cash that locks, so that when people give you cash, you can just pop that shit in there. If you need to get change, you could just take it to the bar and be like, hey, I have 100, can you break 100? All right, cool. Yeah, so now you're accepting cash, now you're accepting Cash App, Venmo, and you can tell the artist that anything that they don't sell online, you can give the artist a custom ticket link. But if they don't meet their sales online, and say like for their minimum to get their deposit back, they need to sell 15 tickets. However, they only sell 3 online, but then they bring, you know what I mean, 7 more people. and they're supposed to get like a percentage of it. It's like, nah, you tell them straight up, all the door sales go to the host. So you're gonna have people who just pop up and don't buy anything online, and that's gonna be your money that you're gonna keep. You just need to make that clear to the artist, because if not, some artists are gonna be pretty pissed off at you, and you don't want it to be like that. So don't do it. But yeah, when it comes to hiring a host, hosts can be for free. They can be for $100. You know, I try not to just take advantage of people working for me, but I'm sure if you did want to take advantage of people and get them to work for you for free, you definitely could. Just ask somebody if they want to host, and I'm sure a lot of people would just host just to build their platform or just for the exposure, or you yourself can host. But you know, hosts are pretty simple. They just need to be able to work the room and get everybody excited and keep the flow of the event. I build out a strong schedule for every single event, and I stick to it. So when I host, I always make sure that we have our artists going on time, that our event ends on time, because if artists get booked for a show and they sell tickets and then they don't end up going on, they're going to hate you for life, and they're going to be pissed, and they're going to feel like you owe them money. So don't fuck up, and don't get drunk, and don't be out there hanging out with all these girls. No, be about your money, be about this business, and be about staying on schedule and making sure that the environment is safe. If you have girls in there, make sure that no guy is like being predatory on a girl, and that's why you need to have security, right? Some venues will require you to pay them for security because they'll hire an armed guard to make sure if anybody's acting fucking crazy, they can escort them out. With all that being said, there's a lot more with shows and everything like that. So go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, I'll make another video responding to those questions, and we can keep talking and keep networking and keep growing. I've been very tired of making military videos. This is the type of stuff that I want to start making from now on. My journey in the music industry, my journey as an artist, how I'm using my platform as an independent artist to grow and actually provide value. This is information that I had to go out into the real world and find, working with promoters, working with people who stole money from me, working with grimy artists, working with all types of people to learn this information. And this is information that I learned on my own from making mistakes and making money. But you need to, if you're gonna do this, don't, you know, there's people that get in here and do this and it's like they want to have like one really cool event. But honestly, for me, I'm looking at this as like, this is going to be the way I make some extra money so that I can continue my artist career. If you've been in the music industry long enough, you know that everything is expensive. Everything costs money. Spotify playlisting costs money. Photos cost money. Getting music videos done costs money. Haircuts, image, everything costs money. So this is a great way for artists to make money in the music industry, and they don't even have to be good at music. They just need to be able to sell tickets and bring people to the show. But also, don't do free shows. There's so many free shows out there, and everybody wants to do free shows, and you just undervalue yourself. You know what I mean? Charge the money, make some money so you can put more money back into the show and make the show better for the guest every single time. But I hope you guys keep winning. I appreciate y'all. Go check out my music, my Spotify, my Apple Music. All that is linked down below. I forever appreciate you guys. Stay up, stay blessed. Peace.